The players just waiting in the wings. And Ian, if I can be a little bit harsh, I suppose, at the moment, and say that I personally have been very disappointed in the performance so far of the Malaysians.
Yes, they're not playing like former world number ones at the moment, you'd have to say. There's something not right in the combination. Certainly last night's performance was a really damp squib of an effort, really. No drive, no real determination, no focus on any particular tactic. Really disappointing performance.
Yes, of course, you're talking about their match against Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen, 21-14, 21-6. I mean, they weren't in the second game at all.
No, I'm afraid their heads went down quite quickly. And really, you'd have to say they had every chance in their first match as well against Lee and Jung, but just made errors at crucial moments and poor choices.
Yeah, because of course they won the opening game against Jung Jae-sung and Lee Yong-dae. 21-18 in the decider, but you were absolutely right. I mean, they had their chances.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't far off beating Lee and Jung. You'd think they'd have gone on last night with real focus. They were still in the tournament. If they'd have won last night and won today, they would have probably gone through. But really, they really lacked determination at times last night.
Yeah.
And that's hard to understand, really, at this stage of an Olympic preparation period, Olympic qualifying. Really difficult to see what's going on with them at the moment.
Indeed. Well, Koo Kien Keat, there he is. He's the older of the two Malaysian players, the age of 26. His partner is 24. Now the Indonesians, Mohammad Ahsan and Bona Septano, bronze medalists at the World Championships earlier this year and gold medalists from the Southeast Asian Games. And there is Koo Kien Keat, 3 gold medals at the Commonwealth Games last year, won the mixed doubles gold medal as well as the team competition and the men's doubles. World ranking of 5 at the moment, which is the same as their Super Series ranking. And look at that win-loss record for the year. For former world number ones, virtually equates to 2 wins to 1 loss throughout the year, which is disappointing by their own very, very high standards, because when you consider 2007, they reached 7 finals, winning 6 titles. 2009 again, 7 finals. Last year, 6 finals. This year, a couple of finals. Won the Malaysian Grand Prix Gold events and reached the final of the All England Championships as well. But apart from that, it's been a little disappointing.
Yeah, the trend is there, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So to Bona Septano of Indonesia, world ranking of 6. Which is the highest they've ever been in the world ranking. Number 8 on the Super Series list, though. Both the Indonesians 24 years of age. And this is the 5th meeting between these two pairs, and the last time that they met was in the quarter-final of that Indonesian Open. Up in Sabawal of India, Mr. Yun of Vietnam. So the Malaysians getting this men's doubles match underway. And immediately making an error. Yeah, that's nice. The Malaysian coaches playing on the left as we look at them, and new addition to the coaching staff in Malaysia is two-time Olympic silver medalist M.Ahsan. Of course, following their defeat at the World Championships earlier this year, the Malaysians requesting a change of coach. Had been working with former world and Olympic champion Rexy Manaki, but they asked for a bit of a change. That indeed happened. And Ian, obviously with your vast coaching experience, I would just like to know your perspective on what the Korean coach might be able to bring to their games. There's no doubting the two Malaysians are highly talented individuals, but it really isn't working for them at the moment.
No, it's really difficult to know where to go. I personally think if this wasn't an Olympic year and they weren't in the middle of the Olympic qualifying period, I think you'd have to think about at least splitting them for a while, just to get them in a couple of fresh partnerships, remotivate them a little bit, to just get some fresh ideas, get away from each other for a short while, even if you've got the intention of putting them back together later. But obviously this year that's not possible. Got to qualify for the Olympics. What will the Korean coach bring to them? At the moment it's difficult to see, really. I'm not sure the problems are technical problems. The problems are more, seem to be psychological problems in the partnership, of being able to keep intensity and finish off winning positions. And it's difficult to see what a Korean for me it's difficult to see what a Korean coach will bring. The talk in the press was that it was about trying to find winning strategies against the two top Korean pairs, but at the moment they're losing to a lot of other pairs other than the Koreans, so again, difficult.
What happens to players though, Ian? Because I mean, you know, I've already talked about their fabulous start to their partnership. They reached the final of 6 of their first ever 7 tournaments playing together. 2007, first year on tour, 6 titles they won that year from 7 finals. Again in 2009 reached 7 finals. They do know, they have proven they have the ability to finish off matches, and suddenly it's all deserted them.
Yeah, you know, confidence is a strange thing, but there's a couple of factors there I'd throw at you, Jill, and the first one is that sometimes it's quite easy to get up the rankings quickly when people don't know you, it's a new combination, people haven't worked you out. And I think a lot of pairs now have worked out the Malaysian combinations, their plays. They've got a lot of set plays with the left and right hand, and also they've got a real preferred combination with Koo in the forecourt and Tan in the rear court.
Yeah. And
a lot of pairs have now worked out strategies to negate their strengths. So that makes it already tougher to win matches. And then when you're not winning as many matches, when you get into a position to win, obviously you're more nervous, there's more pressure. And so there's a combination of things, I think, that's affecting them at the moment.
Yeah. Well, whatever the problems are, I personally hope that they find solutions, because they're a very exciting, dynamic pair to watch when they are playing well.
Yes, they are. I mean, they're a world-class pair when they're on the game.
Yeah.
But it's been a while now, to be honest, since they've been able to finish off and go through a tournament and win it at Super Series level. What I would say when I was talking about, you know, just freshening things up a little bit, maybe with, you In a non-Olympic year, I think they'd have played a couple of tournaments with different partners. Sudirman Cup, when they did try something a little bit different with Tan, of course it worked really well.
Yeah. Going back to his partner from World Junior Championships, didn't he?
That's right. And they beat Phuong Khai.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Malaysia played China.
Now, actually, in your point about they haven't gone through on Super Series for quite a while. Last time they won a Super Series event was the Danish Open, Denmark Open in 2009.
Yeah. And that's a red flag. That's a danger sign, isn't it, really, for a pair of this level?
Yeah.
You know, if they're realistic contenders for medals, you'd expect them to be in the mix and winning one or two each year, really. Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble from the rear court there, from Ahsan attacking cross court when the Malaysians were already in formation.
That's called good.
Yeah. First instinct was that was a little bit long, but
yeah,
there you go. Nobody complained.
Be interested to see that again.
But again, that last rally is one of the problems that the Malaysians have been having. They've started to defend very, very deep in the court. And that means really their only intention is to get the shuttle back. There's no aggressive attempt very often when they're in that defensive formation. Again, that deep defensive position.
Well, I suppose there's a bit of a difference between these two pairs in the fact that Koo and Tan almost certainly will qualify for the Olympic Games. Quite clearly the top-ranked Malaysian pair, whereas the Indonesians, there's three pairs that are very high up in the world rankings. Of course, there's the defending Olympic champions, Marcus Kido and Hendra Setiawan. And there's also Hendra Prida Gunawan and Alvin Julianto Chandra. So for the Indonesians, this is possibly more important that they get the extra points from third rather than fourth position, but at the moment the match just missing a bit of sparkle, isn't it?
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Yeah, as you say, for the Indonesians, the difference in points between winning and losing this match is almost 2,000 world ranking points, and they'll be wanting to pick those points up. It's points that the two other Indonesian pairs can't get. They're not qualified for this event. But for the Malaysians, I mean, the Malaysians would have been hoping for a seeded position in the Olympics, so
yeah,
they should also be hunting every point that's available.
absolutely. It's gone wide, missed it. Well, the Malaysians thought he may have touched the shuttle.
Yeah, I don't think so. We're well placed down that line. He missed it by some margin, actually. That's a good smash.
Very good smash.
Great angle, great power. That's what he can do. Can be very, very destructive from the rear court.
That's nice. Oh. Suddenly it's all fired into action.
Yeah, good rally there. Eventually the Malaysians getting into that preferred formation. Koo taking the front court position. Tan providing the fireworks from the rear court.
Brilliant. Yeah, good rally.
Yeah, and suddenly it's the Indonesians that are being forced to defend quite deep in the court. Malaysians taking the attack more regularly now. That's been the turnaround in this game. So the Indonesians struggling to get into formation there. Oh, that's an error. 17-15. Shuttle was short. Jumped, went for the deceptive drop shot and just dragged it down into the net. That's nice though, good skill. 16-17. Nice skill, nice change of direction there, that caused the problems. And the easy put away into space. Well, Koo did well to win the attack for Tan there and then made the error himself on the put away.
Oh, it's landed in.
It's in. When he hit it, it did look as though it was going to be going out the back, but it just held up as such, didn't it? Getting drawn into playing down that left-hand side of the court. Tan in position, he likes that left-handed, of course. Nice switch. Oh!
Incredible interception.
His previous shot was great flexibility, looks as though the shuttle was going past him. Not quite sure how he picked it up. This is the one, looks at that's miles past him. Great agility.
Great spatial awareness too.
Nice block.
Good rally.
Really good rally. Lots of variety there from both pairs. Both pairs tightening up the game towards the end of the set. 19 all to play for. it's a nice angle from Tam in the rear court there. Didn't try and hit that too hard. Brought it down nice and steeply to the centre of the court, forcing the Indonesians to hit up to his partner on the front court. Nice combination play.
Yes, and that nice combination play has brought them a game point.
Missed it.
And they convert. 21-19. Well, took a little while to really get going, this men's doubles. Well, once it did, some excellent rallies in the second half of that opening game. Well, it'll be interesting to see how the Malaysians start this second game, because it would be great to see them trying to build on the previous game. How many times have we seen them take the opening game in a match in and then go off the boil a little bit?
Sit back and go a little bit passive. That's been the tendency over the last few months.
Service over, 1-all.
It'll be disappointing again, because they've got all the ingredients really to win this match quite comfortably. They've got much the stronger attack. They've got the outstanding net player on the court. Should be able to create attacking opportunities. Koo. Both of them defending quite well. The Indonesians not really able to penetrate with the attack. So you would really expect the Indonesians to, the Malaysian pair to be able to control this second set.
Yeah.
Got all the cards. Oh, that looked a long way out.
Well, no overall from the umpire.
Well, the shuttle was travelling really quickly, I have to say, but just first instinct was that that went a long way out the back of the court.
Yeah, same with me, but sadly we're not going to see that again.
That's an error.
4-2.
It's called out this time. Easy to call though, dropping shuttle rather than the power smash. It's out again. Again, the Malaysians just a little bit too happy to defend.
Yeah,
5 or 6 lifted defences rather than trying to flatten it out or block it, change the direction. It's better.
Yeah.
Service over, 5-4.
Yeah, nice touch.
He is so creative, and when he's on form, comes up with shots like that that are just magical.
It's a good shot. stepped into it, that was the difference. Ahsan there didn't let the shuttle come to him, moved forward, took it as early as he could on the mid-court, and that created the space. Malaysians unable to get into formation. Using that left hand to good effect there. Poor choice of shot from the Indonesians.
7-5. Service over, 6-7.
Well, went for the show shot rather than just the straightforward kill. It was a pretty easy opportunity, you'd have to say. That's better. Just keeping it simple, keeping the shuttle going down, forcing the error.
That's his character, though, isn't it? He is the showman on court.
Out. Service over, 7-8.
And perhaps that's one of the things that needs to be just tempered a little bit and kept under control. Keep the mental discipline of keep it simple, keep it positive. Sometimes think that when they're defending as well, they're just sort of like, you know, trying to prove a point that they've got good defences rather than doing something creative. As you suggested just a couple of moments ago, they were just lifting, happy to lift, rather than trying to do something with the defence.
Yeah, just need to, once they hit at one good length lift, they both need to step up a metre on the court, try and squeeze the place, squeeze space on the court, put some pressure on the attacking players. But very often they're just happy to just sit back and lift a second and a third time.
10-9.
That's good attack.
Well, Septano was dashing off court to try and change his racket. His partner made the error. And so the Malaysians have the advantage at the mid-game interval.
Again, no coach there for the Indonesians, as with the mixed earlier on today. They come up with their own strategy, their own solutions here. Be interesting to see what they've discussed. See if we can see a noticeable change to the tactics.
11-10. Play.
That's good.
12-10.
Yeah, that's sharp.
Unbelievable. Great rally.
Well, that's the crowd able to get into the game. Both pairs forced on the defence there. In the end, it's the power of Tan that sets it up for his partner.
I think that's his fastest of the day. 168 miles per hour.
Followed up by a service error.
11-13.
Okay, not great tactically from the Indonesians, playing a fast game up and down that left-hand side of the court when it's Tan there. Everything going to his forehand side, which is his stronger side. That's better defence from the Malaysians there. Stepped up the court, one lift, then stepped up the court, put pace on the second defensive shot, and were able to work their way forward. Again, it's an easy chance.
Yeah.
He wanted to win it with the flash exhibition shot, when really it was just an easy, straightforward kill. That's out.
Service over, 16-12. Service over, 13-17.
Indonesians need to start closing this gap. No, he missed it.
Pushed it out the side.
14-17. Service over, 18-15.
That was an important rally. Oh, phenomenal. Great smash.
That's a lovely finish.
Service over, 16-18. Service over,
Good return, nice follow-up. Close the angles down.
out.
Just short of that front service line. It's been pushed long. And having a moment ago had a 5-point advantage at 17-12. Now there's just 1 point in it. And all level.
19 all.
come back from the brink. Have the Indonesians look down and out of it at 12-17. They've just won 8 of the last 10 points. And now a game point. Great defence. And indeed, they have taken the second game. 21-19. Same scoreline as with the opening game. Well, I suggested they needed to try and close the gap. They did precisely that and stormed ahead. Incredible. It's one game apiece.
Well, we called it, didn't we, at the beginning of the match, Jill? That's exactly the problem the Malaysian pair have had all year, finishing off winning situations. Again, 5-point gap. Koo going for 1 or 2 exhibition shots. Tan missed a couple of returns, and suddenly they put themselves under pressure because it wasn't the Indonesian pair that created the pressure, they put it on themselves.
Yeah.
Really should have been a straightforward 2-set victory. 5 points up at that stage of the game. Absolutely threw it away at the end, and now they've got to start again. The Indonesian pair will have belief, which for 1.5 games they didn't have. And it's not that the Indonesian pair are playing particularly well either, you'd have to say.
Final game. Final game. Love all, play.
So third and deciding game.
Service over, 1 love.
Yeah, there's a bit of belief with the Indonesians now. And they were drifting along really. Not in the match for a game and a half. Good reactions from Tan.
2-1.
Wasn't caught off guard with the flick serve. Quick to get behind it, bring the shuttle down before the server had time to get into a defensive position. Again, that's a high risk shot from that low down.
Service over, 3-2.
It's gone long.
4-2. Service over, 3-4.
Yeah.
And Indonesia's being drawn into pushing the shuttle at the left-hand side of the court. And Tan, the left-hander, quick to take advantage. Here he is stepping out onto his favoured wing. Partner following in to finish at the net.
Play. Service over, 4-6.
Yes, better tactics from the Indonesians, driving across court onto the backhand of the left-hander. And again.
Some good reactions from Tan in defence, but it was defence. Indonesians kept the pressure on, never gave an opportunity for the Malaysian pair to counter-attack.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Service over, 7-5.
See, when it works, when he takes the initiative, seeing him playing shots like that is just a delight to watch, but it's also frustrating to watch him sometimes when he tries to be a little too clever.
8-5. Service over, 6-8.
Yeah, nice touch at the net, stepped in, took it early. Got the net roll, got the reward for getting it in early there. That's good skill.
Oh,
Done the hard work.
sort of missed what happened there because he seemed to be addressing the shuttle right, and
Yeah, I think he got caught between forehand and backhand. Changing the grip, decided to take it on his backhand.
whatever happened, it ended up as an error. Gone wide. Oh, from 5-8 adrift. Indonesians now in the lead. Missed it. Seem to run out of patience there, Koo Kien Keat. They break the run of points. 5 straight points it was.
That's a good serve. Just changed the direction a little bit. Followed the receiver a little bit. Just cramped him for space. And got the error.
And it's the Indonesians who have the advantage as they change ends in this deciding game. Narrowest of possible margins. Just 1 point in it.
Yeah, anybody's game.
So what does it come down to? Desire?
I think in this one it probably does, yeah. Well, that's not strictly true. I mean, the Malaysians really, technically and tactically, have got all the answers here if they can get themselves organised and just focus on 1 point at a time. They're stronger in defence, stronger in attack. Koo's the best front court player on court, so they should really win. But they've lost so many matches like this recently that there's probably a little bit of mental scarring there. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with it.
Yeah. Well, we're about to get our answer.
Yes, well directed into the centre, got up early, intercepted the shuttle short. Didn't hit onto the Malaysian defence, hit right to the centre of the court and found space. Yeah, Tan doing the same thing. Good centre, channelled attack. Shuttle coming up for his partner in the front court. Took 2 to finish it, but good job. It's a good return to a good serve.
Great judgment.
That's well left. He left it, but it was a very anxious wait to see if it went out.
Yeah, but to his credit, didn't give any gestures with his arms and just left the decision to the line judge.
Yeah, nice to see. That's a miss.
14-11.
Yeah, his partner was there, his partner's saying that's mine, but I disagree. Bono was the player moving in, following the play. He had to go for that, really. You want to stay positive in those situations.
Oh, indecision this time.
Yeah.
13-14.
Again, centre attack works. He's played 1 to the line, that creates the space down the centre and uses it really well.
Oh yes, good rally by the Indonesians.
It is, and it's very noticeable at the end of the rally. 2 of them so high in the court, they're trying to be aggressive. Watch this, watch how quickly he gets forward after this. There's two of them moving forward. Showing much more positive intent at the moment, aren't they, the Indonesian pair?
Definitely.
That's a nice shot. Nice shot.
Yeah, but the angles were created by the fact that Koo Kien Keat had hit.
Yeah, he's off balance. You can see it there. He's off balance and he's gone cross. His partner doesn't know whether to step out on the straight or stay in. Indonesians, good spatial awareness to see the space and use it. Good skill. And they're away here.
It's gone wide.
Well, it looks as though the Malaysian pair are going to lose it. I'm not quite sure how. Should have been a two-set straightforward victory, really.
Yeah.
5 points up late on in the second game, won the first. These are the games that really hurt.
It's gone wide, and every time they do lose from these winning positions, it's more mental scarring.
Yep.
7 match points now for the Indonesians. Well, all credit to the Indonesians. Mohammad Ahsan and Bona Septano didn't give up when they were 12-17 down in that second game. Kept fighting, and they've got their just reward for doing so. 3-game victory over the former world number ones Koo Kien Keat and Boon Heong. Malaysians having taken the opening game 21-19. Indonesians won the second game by the same scoreline, and then the decider 21-14. So there's confirmation of their victory in 47 minutes. 21-14 in the deciding game, and that confirms the Indonesians as third in the group and the Malaysians as fourth. Neither pair, of course, qualify for the semi-finals tomorrow. Well, that's what's happened this afternoon's session. Big upset in the men's doubles, first ever defeat for Kai and Fu against Ko and Yu from Korea, and a thrilling mixed doubles, as indeed was the women's singles. Both of those matches going the full distance. Chen Long just too physically strong for Taufik Hidayat today, and as we've just seen in the men's doubles, another 3-game encounter. Well, of course, there's an evening session here from the Ning BWF World Superseries Finals. We will be back for that evening session in about 2¼ hours, so not long away at all, but I can assure you there'll be a lot of great action this evening. The Olympic champion in play, Lin Dan, he'll be in action. Wang Xin, Lee Chong Wei, the world number one. We'll be back in a couple of hours. In the meantime, from all of us here, hope to see you a bit later. Bye-bye.